Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamie, aka Rick here, bringing you another add-on video. And this time we're going to be looking at SexyMap. So let's log into the Paladin. I've only just got up, but I didn't realise I was that derpy. Anyway, right, so SexyMap, you'll see straight away in the top corner that we've got a different looking map. And when you hover over it, all your buttons come up. So if you, I think it's shift click? Shift right click on that, it will bring up this box. So obviously you can clamp it to screen, you can lock it so you can't change anything, and obviously and then right click. Oh no, it's not even shift right click, it's just right click to configure it. And you can change, we'll move this up here and we'll move this out. Can you move it? Wait, maybe if I unlock it first. That comes with it, which is a little bit annoying, but I think you might be able to move that. Show movers. It's not that one. Not that one. There we go. Objective tracker. So you can still keep that over there, which I normally do. So I just put that right in the corner, like that. Pretty much. That's your damage, like if your items are taking damage. So I'm going to put that in the middle, because I find that, you know, I barely ever use it, but if I do, I sometimes miss it because it's all the way over here. Vehicle seat mover. That's, I guess, what seat you're in a vehicle. I'm not really sure. We'll leave that over here. And that one is your boss frames. So, you know, when it automatically sets the focus for your bosses, that's where that will appear. So we're actually going to move that to the bottom and put that in there, like so. Right, I think that'll do, like that. So then you take off that again. This always stays for some reason when you show movers and then take them off again. It always stays there. I don't really know how to fix that. It's just a little bug. You log out, log back in, and it's not there again. So that's how I normally fix it. Anyway, we're going to move recount out of the way. And we're going to target myself just so I can get this positioned correctly. And that is about right there. So I normally use these two abilities here to line up this box with them. So it's pretty much centered in the middle. And it makes it a lot, you know, a lot smoother. It looks better if everything's all centered. And we're going to put that just there, just so it's still all around. See my beast healing in Battlegrounds there. Right, now let's get to customization. First of all, you got buttons, so you can change it to always, as you see there. The calendar button pops up. You change it to on hover, it disappears, but then when you hover over it, it appears there. If you select never, obviously you hover over it and it's still not there. So we're going to put that calendar on hover. I'm going to put clock on always, so I don't lose track of time. So I do that quite often. What's the close button? We're going to put that on never. Compass labels, they are, yeah, we might as well have that on. Dungeon difficulty on, so we don't forget. Dungeon finder icon, we want that always on if we're in the queue. Map button, don't want that, because I never actually click that button, so we're going to put never. I always press M, which I'm sure everyone else does as well. New mail, we'll put that on always, just so obviously I know that it's there. Tracking button can stay on hover. Voice chat, hover. Well, actually I never use that, so zoom buttons, they can be on hover as well. Alright, and then you can go to add-ons, which is the best bit, and all my add-ons that I've got have these little buttons, obviously, and you can choose whether to show them. But the only thing is, if you've gone into the add-on itself and turned the button off, then you can't change it here. If you can go back into the add-on and enable it, and then come in here and then do whatever you want with it. But as you can see, most of mine are disabled as, you know, as default. So the only one I've got is Atlas Loot normally. And if we click that, see, Atlas Loot pops up there. But I don't really need that on always, so we're just going to put that on hover as well. And then we're going to move them around a bit. And move that one to there, I think. There we go. So obviously I haven't got much. I haven't got any mail at the moment or anything, so you can't really tell what's just happened. But say if I press I, and I'm going to put in DPS just so I don't get a really quick queue. If I go find group, then, wow, it hasn't popped up. Amazing. It should have popped up, but it hasn't for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure I put it on hover. Standard buttons. Where is it? Dungeon Finder. I'll put it on always. Weird. I don't know, it should have popped up, but it didn't for some weird reason. Anyway, we'll go on to that in a minute. You can change the scale, obviously, of it. We'll drag it out for it again, just so I can show you. So you can have a huge map if you really like, or you can have a really small map, which is completely pointless because you can't actually see it. So standard is obviously 1, so just going to put 1 in there, and then hit enter, and now move it back to where it was before, which I think it looks pretty awesome down there. I've had this before, I've had this add-on quite a few times. I keep uninstalling them, you know, when I change computers or whatever, and going back to them quite regularly. So if you go to, you can create your own borders, I guess. I've never actually done it, to be honest, but yeah, I've never actually made my own border. I could go through that, but it seems quite complicated, so we'll leave that for another day. Once I've had a little play around with it, possibly I'll come back to that. I always use the presets, and I normally use Burning Sun for a paladin. Seems quite apt for a paladin. Another good one is Shamanism. I'm a real big fan of Shamanism. As you see there, that's pretty damn awesome, you gotta be honest. Wood frame is very simple, but it looks quite nice still. I like that, big fan. But we're gonna stay with Burning Sun for now. I know. What else have we got? Got coordinates. Obviously you can have coordinates appear at the bottom here, just so, you know, some quest helper guides or whatever, they give coordinates, or some locating NPCs like rare mob spawns and stuff like that, they give coordinates, so you can use those to actually find those mobs, which will be quite helpful. Faders, I'm not exactly sure what this is. Fader functionality. Alright, you can change the opacity of your map, I guess. So when you hover over it, for some reason you can have it so it goes more opaque. Or you can take this all the way down and have it like that normally, and then when you hover it, you can have it go on 100%. That's kind of cool. So you can have it invisible completely, and then hover over it and it's there. That's pretty cool. But I'm not going to have that, so because that seems a bit strange to me. HUD map. This is pretty awesome, this part. I haven't actually got GatherMate installed, so I can't show you exactly what it does, but like your normal map, when you install GatherMate, you have loads of little green rings on your minimap to say there could be a node here, you know, mining, herbalism, whatever you've got it set to. There could be that there. You can enable that on here, and obviously you can, it will show up all your GatherMate stuff, and you can link that with Quest Helper as it says here, and all that stuff. So, and you can let it map out routes, which I'm not sure if the normal minimap does, but it will show like a line on the map for you to follow, and it will give you obviously the best way of finding a lot of resources in a shorter amount of time. I know Taru has got some routes, I think, for you to download on his website, so I mean, he's obviously a really good farmer, so I'd trust his routes personally. Ping, that's obviously when you click the minimap and it comes up with that little circle. You can show who pinged on the minimap, and you can put it inside your chat as well. So it will show, look, ping hybrid Rick there, which is pretty cool. So you can, well, I can't. Oh, right, yeah. You can have it on minimap or inside chat. Does it show up? I guess it still does show up there. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Ah, right. As you can see, look, when you ping, it comes up there with who pinged it. Or you can have it inside the chat. So the ping still comes there, and then it says there who pinged it. So you can ask, you know, why they pinged it or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Zone buttons. I guess this is this thing up the top. You can change the text. You know, the font. I always have it on Arial Narrow. That's what these are on, as far as I know. You can change the width. I guess. Change the font size. Wow, that's fucking small. Yeah, you can have it huge if you want, or you can have it standard, which was, I'd say, about that, I think. And then put that back down to where it was. Font color, I guess you can change that to whatever you like. Wait, font color. And move this scale up, and then you can change it to literally anything. We're going to go with a nice pink. I'm joking, we're not really. We're not going to do that at all. I don't know why it's black. It shouldn't be black. Anyway, that doesn't, we'll sort that out later. We'll just go bang. Okay, wrong white. There we go. You can background color, I guess. You can change that to whatever you want. The background of the text display. That's pretty cool. We're going to have that set on black though, just so it stands out more. Border color, we might actually change that to white. That looks pretty cool, gotta be honest. You can again show that only when you hover over it, but again, I like to know where I am. Sometimes I get lost, I don't really, but again, you can save your profiles. So at the moment this is under hybrid React, but I could go, say, set it as burning sun, like that. Oh, need a capital S there. Right, I can save it as burning sun, and then click OK. And now, wow. So I guess it changes it as you go. So I should have done that first. So that one is the finished product. And then you can go to any of these, you know, Paladin, and change the presets for those as well. But, you know, that's obviously a nice little feature. So you can have loads of different mini-maps the way you want them, and to know which one is which. So there's a lot of features with this map, SexyMap add-on. I've used it in the past. I don't use it currently, but I just thought I'd do a video to show you what it can do for you and how helpful it can be, which is quite helpful. But for the most part, it doesn't offer a huge amount other than looks to your normal minimap. So apart from, you know, the hide function is pretty good, because normally my minimap looks horrendous, like with all the stuff around it. But this one, as you can see, it looks really tidy, just sitting down there with just the clock and just the like trade district, you know, the area title basically. Yeah, it looks really clean, so a big fan. Sorry, I can't stop yawning. I've literally just got up, and this is batch recording day, so I've got to start right from the start and pretty much finish when I go to bed, hopefully. That's what I'm planning to do anyway. It never ends up happening. I end up recording like 3 videos and then going away and playing games like a weird person. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been SexyMap. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.